first of all, they are two different paths as such. Shiva, the worship of Shiva can be in all four modalities: Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun, and the Nirgun Upasana. But Bhagwan Vishnu ki Upasana is not like that. Bhagwan Vishnu Upasana is in Sattvagun only and beyond and into the Gunatit state. That's the difference. This is the main reason why there has been this division, and then it's been, people don't understand it, so then they argue and fight with. It has nothing to do with Shiv or Vishnu. It has to do with our own ignorance and bhavana, and that's where the trouble actually begins. It's because we have within us all kinds of rajogun, all kinds of tamogun, all kinds of confusion within us. And then when we start doing upasana of Shivji, and we want certain things to happen, and as I mentioned before, if the sadhana is done in a systematic manner with the mantras, Shiv mantra, etc., it can happen. So someone has rajsik bhav, tamsik bhav, they have certain egotistical desires. Bhagwan Shankar can fulfill all of them for you. Just think about it. The Vishnu Upasana mein aisa nahi hota. That doesn't happen. So the worship of Shiv and Shakti it can go in any direction. That's the reason why the Vaishnavas, who said, don't worship Shiva, worship Vishnu instead. But the problem that happens is that if you don't worship Shiva and ask for his blessings to go outside of Rajogun, Tamogun, things like that, and also get his blessings and the Devi's blessings for obstacle-free life here, even on the Vaishnava path, that path becomes extremely difficult. It becomes extremely difficult because we are living in this world of Maya. We're living in the world of the three gunas of Maya. Thank you for the question. It's a really great question. Let's talk about that, then we'll do the mantras and all. So because we're living with this body, we're living with our desires and our families and the people in the world, the srishti that is around us, we need to be able to live in it in such a way that does not create obstruction in realization of God. So historically, once the Shiv Tattva opened up through the Vedas, through the Rishis, etc., the Rishis knew this very well, that the experiences of Prakriti are of so many different kinds. And if you want certain type of Anubhav, the Veda mantras are for that purpose. So actually this Rudram, Chamakam, lots of the Shiv mantras, Namah Shivaya mantra, etc., it comes from the Vedas. That's where they are. But it's not just in the Vedas, then there are the Tantra Shastras also. So the Tantra Shastras are also revelations in the minds of the Rishis of the Bij mantras. It's that the Bij mantra is revealed inside the mind of the Rishi, which is actually responsible for creating the Srishti. Srishti, meaning that which is seen through the senses, etc., it is created by the Bij mantras and the Sanskrit alphabet. So the 14 Bij Akshar that we do in Siddha Kunjika, Kam, Cham, Tam, Tam, Pam, Yam, Ksham, Vim, Dum, Aim, Vim, Ham, Ksham, Dijagram, Trote, Diptam, Guru, Swaha. This is a Maha mantra, what I just spoke right now. So these 14 Akshara, the whole Sanskrit alphabet is within that. From to the last, kam, cham, tam, tam, pam, yam, sham, bim, dum, aim, bim, ham, ksham. From to sham, ksham. The entire Sanskrit alphabet is there. So Sanskrit is not just an alphabet. It is the vibrational, creative force coming from the mind of Brahmaji. that has created the entire Srishti, all 14 lokas in each Brahmand, because each Brahmand is created by one Brahma. And there's different powers of Brahma also. He's a being, he's the topmost being in the Satya Loka. That being also goes away. He also leaves his body, but he's the first Ishvara. So the Vedas are revealed to Brahmaji by Bhagwan Narayan, Virat Narayan isko kehte hain. And so that Virat Narayan has different names also. Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Shirodakashayi Vishnu, Karanadoshokayi Vishnu, if I'm saying that correctly. Sometimes it is also called Vairaj Purush, Virat Purush. Unke bhi teen sharir hai. So Brahmaji comes out of that being. And so Brahmaji is then, he's got the Vedas in his mind to create the entire 14 Lok Brahmand. Right? So Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, they are the governors, the immediate governors of the Brahmand. Right? But Vishnuji is much beyond, Vishnu and Shiva are much beyond Brahma. Much beyond. They're way beyond. Meaning what? Brahmaji he's an Ishvara, no doubt. But his life is 100 years. And that's it. And then he has to leave the body, because just as we have Jivatma, the Ishvara also has Atma. But they're called Ishwar Koti. They're at a different stage of development. So they are not like us, like these, we are Alpagna, they are Sarvagna, the Ishwaras. So the underneath the Ishwaras are the Devas, and underneath that we have the Manusha Srishti. Long-winded answer to this is that when we worship Shivji is that tattva, in the immediate sense, is directly in charge of Rajogun, Tamogun. Unke charge mein wo hai. For example, if somebody becomes very angry, like just use our level without getting into the too much ontological cosmic stuff. If a person becomes very angry, krodh, you cannot become angry without the presence of Bhagwan Shankar. It's impossible. That possibility won't even exist. You see, someone has a lot of intense rajasic desire, for sexual stuff, for tasty foods, for the intense experiences of the senses. That is only possible by the permission of Shivji. It will never even happen unless he is allowing that to happen. So Shakti is present in all of this thing, always. But it expresses in different ways. So when you're worshipping Shiva, what is the intention inside? That is the biggest issue here. And that's where this issue between the Vaishnavas and the Shaivas came about, because you've got people doing Shiv Upasana, and they are gaining certain experiences, but then they can also get stuck inside Rajogun, Tamogun, you get the fruit of it, and then it doesn't really take you to liberation, because you did that out of your ego. Shivji is Bholenath. Whatever sadhana somebody does, you get the fruit. But आप Vishnu Bhagwan की sadhana करेंगे, and you ask for something rajasic, tamasic, or something like that, he will not give that. He say you go to Shiva for that. Automatically your buddhi will flip into Shiv Upasana or something else. It will flip into it. You cannot stay with that Narayan Upasana. See, that's the difference. Isko Swaminarayan Sampradaya mein kehte Upasana ka bhed. It's a very evolved subject, but since you asked about it, and I'm glad you did, because it's a great, very important question. Kiski upasana kar rahe hain? See, Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan, Nar Narayan, these are all Narayan upasanas. Shivji ki upasana or unke jo incarnation hai, there are different incarnations. Bhairav ji ki upasana hai. Bhagwan Shankar, I mean, there's a Shiva, then there's Parashiva also. वो भी है. So unki upasana yes, eventually, if the bhav is to be liberated from Maya, then even in that situation, the bhakti of Shivji is absolutely necessary, because he's in charge of these rajogun, tamogun, and all those things. So if you want out of all of those problems, then Shivji ki bhakti karni chahiye. That's why in Shivratri we do the abhishek, we do whole night puja. Why we do all that thing? So that our sankalpa can get fulfilled. But that's why, if you remember my saying so, our sankalpa should be Shuddha Sankalpa. It should be Divya Sankalpa. It should not, don't put any Sankalpa in the mind that is of negative, because that can be there too. Somebody could have a negative Sankalpa to harm somebody, or for something harmful, which we don't generally think about that way, but it has happened. And Shivji ki log, Bhagwan Shankar ki upasana karte. So you'll notice even the asuras, when they are doing sadhana of Shivji, he gives them vardhan. So many are there, Bakasur and Bhamasur and all these asuras. In fact, all those asuras are given vardhan only by Shivji. Then Vishnu Bhagwan has to take incarnation and destroy them. It's always that, because that tattva is like that, Shiv tattva. He's the father of the universe in that sense. He's Brahmaji is, but everybody is his child, every being. He cannot say no to anybody. Shivji kabhi na bol hi nahi sakte. That is the tattva of Shiv Shankar. You ask.
Whatever your sankalpa is very important when you are doing.
It's everything. It is everything, because that sankalp shakti is given by Paramatma to the Jivatma. You decide how you want to live, what you want to do. That is why we say that the right guru should come, Guru Tattva. That's why, see, why are we studying Vivek Chudamani and Bhagavad Gita every day? Why are we doing all that thing? So that our buddhi, my buddhi particularly, it remains in the right direction as per the great gurus. Otherwise, our buddhi will go in God knows which direction it will go in. It can go in any direction. That is why the guidance of Satpurush, the importance of enlightened sage and their words, their teachings, that is the paramount doorway into the Brahman itself, and also into living this life with the right kind of understanding, intelligence, etc. Otherwise, the ordinary human being is absolutely crushed inside Rajogun, Tamogun, out of Agnan. But even to be crushed inside Maya, to be lost inside Maya, is only possible because of Shiv and Shakti. Because they're giving you experience. Otherwise, if there is no experience of anything through the body, or the Jivatma is dormant inside the unmanifested Mahamaya, in the womb of unmanifested Maya. So the Jivatma doesn't gain any experience. You see, so Jivatma is given experience by Krupa, by grace of God, through that Virat Narayan. Or usme bhi,
that's why knowledge, like Saraswati, knowledge.
Of course.
And then Lakshmi, wisdom.
Yes.
They come before all these things.
Yes. See, this is why, these are extensive discussions, but why we say do Namah Shivaya mantra and do Aim Bij mantra. In what I've been telling people and guiding certain individuals, do these two mantras. Omkar karda, fine. Ganesh ji ki stuti karda, and do these two mantras. You don't worry about anything else. It's okay. Do other bhajan kirtan chalega, but for mantra sadhana, Aim Bij mantra and Namah Shivaya mantra. Aim Bij Mahasaraswati. Namah Shivaya is the Bholenath. So whatever we need to happen in our lives in the right way, that will be taken care of by the right buddhi opening from inside through the Aim Bij mantra. The Aim Bij mantra itself will take you all the way, but it has all of the Shakti inside. So there are different starting points. But yeah, that is why Sankalpa is necessary. There's no need for any kind of unnecessary this clash between Vaishnavas and Shivas. In reality, a true Vaishnava will always bow down to Shivji, will do pujan, archan, everything. Has to. If you ignore Bhagwan Shankar, it is the biggest mistake. You see, because Shambhu is the Param Vaishnava. From a Vaishnava standpoint, Bhagwan Shankar is the topmost Vaishnava, and without his permission, you cannot go into the Ras Leela, you cannot go into the Golok and all those other realms. Actually, you see, so his blessings are absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. It is a mistake to ignore Shivji. Shivji must be and should be pujya for the Vaishnavas. उनकी पूजा करना, उनके अर्चन करना, उनको वंदन करना, उनके साथ आशीर्वाद मांगना, that you please give me bhakti and release me from the influences, all the obstructions. He will do that right away. He's happy to do that. That is the Ishwar Tattva. But if we're wanting these other things in this sansar, he says, if you want that, I'll give that to you also. They'll be stuck inside. There are people who have done lots of Shiv Upasana. उनको सांसारिक वैभव बहुत मिलता है. Sansarik वैभव, कीर्ति, मान, power, aishwarya, but not liberation from the sansar. If you want that from Shivji, he'll give that to you also. That is amazing. Okay, let's continue. It's a much bigger discussion, but it's a great question. Sometime we'll have to do a proper exposition on that. But it's just some thoughts for that right now. Let me go up into the thing, and hopefully this picture is now coming a little bit better. So all right, let me hold on a second. We'll do the Atharva. Oh. Hold on 1 second here. 1 second here. Where did this go? There it is. Okay, we'll start with this Atharva Shirsha. Atharva Shirsha is very, very nice. Just a moment. Just to listen to Atharva Shirsha is very liberating. So again, Ganesh's Ashirvad is all inside this Atharva Shirsha mantra. It's a 7-minute mantra. We'll listen to this, and then we'll do another brief mantra, then we'll do our exposition. Shri Ganapati Atharva Shirsha. Om Bhadram Karane Shrunuyam Deva Bhadram Pashivam Shubhirya Chatra Sthirairangai Stushtuam Sasturubhi Vyashema Devahitam Yadaya. Om Swasti Indro Vriddhakshava Swasti Pusha Vishvaveda Swasti Nastaksho Arishtanevi Swasti no Brihaspati Dadhan. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Tatyam Shantam Tvameva Kevalam Karatasi Tvameva Kevalam Haratasi Tvameva Kevalam Haratasi Tvameva Sarvam Kalavidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam Ritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avatvam Mam Avavaktaram Avashrotaram Avadataram Avadhataram Avanujanam Avashishyam Avapaschattat Avapurastat Avottarattat Avadakshinatat Avachurdvattat Avadhastat Sarvatoma Pahi Samantat Tvam Vangmayastvam Chinmaya Tvam Anandamayastvam Brahmamaya Tvam Satchidananda Dvitiyosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagadidam Tvatto Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvastishtati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvailayameshati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvaipatyeti Tvam Bhumirapo Nalo Nilo Namaha Tvam Chatvari Vadpadari Tvam Gunatrayatita Tvam Kalatrayatita Tvam Dehatrayatita Tvam Mooladharasthitosi Nityam Tvam Shaktitrayatmaka Tvam Yogino Dhyayate
नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वं अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवः स्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धं विद्येतं मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्तरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादः सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषि